Welcome back to another episode of Jason's Bricks in 5, where I discuss LEGO content in videos of around 5 minutes. It's time for another weekly LEGO review, and today we are going to review set 40648, the Money Tree. This is a set that came out, I believe, last year, and this is part of the Chinese New Year line. And I figured with yesterday, February 10th, being the start of Chinese New Year for 2024, that this would be a set that would fit in perfectly for this week's review. So we're going to go ahead and open this up, take a look, and see what we think. As we normally do, we'll start with the build experience. This set contains 336 pieces and was a relatively simple build. I was worried that there might be repetitious parts in the build, but I didn't find that it was too bad, as you only had a couple of times where you had to build a step that was marked as ×2 and one times that was ×4. The part that really stuck out to me was in the first bag when we built the pot at the base. They used some interesting techniques that weren't too difficult, but it looks great. Overall, I'd have to say I found the experience to be quite enjoyable, and I think it's one that even a less experienced builder would be able to undertake. As far as the details on the set, they look really good, especially at this price range. While I'm certainly not an expert on Chinese culture, I understand that the red envelope filled with money is a big part of their New Year's celebration. The printed coin and red envelope parts hanging in the tree with the tangerines look really good, and they do an excellent job of conveying that feel of the Chinese culture. As far as displayability, if you are a fan of the botanical line or a fan of Chinese culture, I think this set could be a great addition to your collection. The set is small enough that it only requires a small amount of shelf space and could make a great piece for holiday decor if you want some way to celebrate Chinese New Year. As far as minifigures, this set does not contain any. However, I don't think it takes away from the build in any way. As far as the uniqueness of this set, LEGO has gone very heavy into the botanical line the last couple of years. So from the perspective of a LEGO built plant, that is not very unique. However, where the uniqueness does come out for me is when you realize LEGO does not make very many plants that are tied to a holiday. Yes, they've made a couple of Christmas trees in the past, but not really much beyond that holiday. So for me, I'm satisfied with the uniqueness that it provides. And that brings us to the last category, value. This set retails for $24.99 US, which is closer to the entry-level price range for LEGO sets today. After building it, I feel that it's a pretty good value compared to what we receive frequently in other sets. When I compare this set to the Botanicals bonsai tree, for example, that one is double the cost, and the value becomes a little more apparent in my mind. So all of this, plus the printed parts and no stickers, leads me to feel that the value exceeds my expectations. Alright, so that just leaves us with my final thoughts. Overall, I have to say I'm pretty pleased with this set. You know, it's $25, so you can't expect too much. But even at that price, I'm really happy with what I've got here. You know, I'm not a fan of the botanicals. I mean, I don't have anything against them, but my wife's the one that collects them. But I really enjoyed the build. I think it looks really good, and I think there's value there. So if you like the botanicals, you like Chinese culture, you know, this could be something that could be right for you. So that's going to do it for my review of the Money Tree, set 40648. Thanks for watching another episode of Jason's Bricks in 5, and we'll see you next time. Happy building, and Happy Chinese New Year.